Hello everybody, Eric with Sea Green Lawn Care and Irrigation. I've been in the lawn care and irrigation business for 30 years. I've made a lot of mistakes, survived most of them. Today we're working on an irrigation system out here in coastal Carolina that has a no-run condition. And I wanted to share with you something that I've seen a few times that you may not think of initially that's causing your system not to run. So I'm going to show you here, we have a valve manifold with 3 valves here, and then we have another valve over here. That was how it was done. I did not put this system in the ground, but we're working on it. The owner said that number 2 and number 4 were not coming on via the controller, and when I came out here we also found that number 3 was not coming on by the controller. I did a check at the controller. We had voltage coming out from the controller so we could eliminate controller. We did an ohms test and everything was reading okay there. The interesting thing was when I came here to turn these on manually, and most valves, including these Hunter valves, you can turn on manually by twisting the solenoid. Some of them have a bleeder screw and you can also make it come on that way. When I would turn these on, I could not get any water to come out. I'd get a little bit of dribble out of one valve, the others wouldn't come on, and I was really stumped. I'm like, the water meter was on. I went and checked that. What I found was a high degree of deposits and basically gunk on the valve. So this rubber diaphragm here should be black. You see all that goo and nastiness. Now I know this system had been inoperable for about a season or 2, so it had stagnant water in it. But one by one, I have been replacing the diaphragms, and you can see all the junk that was on these. And not only on the top, but when you flip it over, all this stuff here. And basically, even though the solenoid was getting the signal from the controller, all this debris and trash was not allowing the solenoids to pop open, and so hence the problem. So again, I've been changing out the valves one by one. This should all be black. This should be a black diaphragm. There shouldn't be any trash in there. You always want to look for trash. And another thing that you want to do when you're cleaning these out, there's a little passage right here. You want to make sure that's clear. I'm just taking a paper clip, but you want to stick that down in there. It's hard for me to do while making this video, but you want to make sure that passage is clean. So on these valves here and this valve here, I've taken them apart, replaced the insides with basically new diaphragm. This is how it should look, so you can see the comparison. And I've also put a new ring on here. And now this is nothing against this brand of valve. I have seen this same kind of debris on other brands of valves, and I don't know if it's a certain chemical in the water system, what it is, but over time this develops and it'll cause your system not to operate. So if your controller's working fine, you've got power coming out to the valves, and you're not getting your system to run, you take the valves apart. Of course, you want to turn the water off first and check to see what kind of debris and trash may be in this valve. And we're going to take this one out and clean it as well, and we're actually going to replace it. I don't see much debris inside there, but again, you can see all this gunk on here. So I hope that helps you, whether you're a contractor or a homeowner trying to diagnose why your irrigation system is not operating correctly. Check these diaphragms. I wouldn't waste my time just cleaning them. They've been in the ground for years. Let's put some new diaphragms on. In this case, we don't need new solenoids. You certainly could put new solenoids if you're in there working, but the electrical aspect of the system was fine. This was a hydraulic failure, and the hydraulic issue was caused by all this debris on the valve diaphragms. Good luck on the lawn out there. Live intentional, be particular. See you next time.